The explosion shook a quiet village in the Czech Republic in 2014, sending fireballs into the sky as a massive arms depot erupted in flames. 2 workers were killed instantly, their bodies never recovered from the wreckage. To the outside world, it seemed like a tragic accident. But beneath the surface, this was a GRU sabotage mission, an operation designed to disrupt Ukraine's ability to defend itself against Russia's looming aggression. For years, the Czech arms depot in Verbetice had been used to store weapons and munitions, many of which were being sold to Ukraine, which was locked in a bitter war against Russian-backed separatists in the Donbass. The GRU had been watching. Moscow did not want these weapons to reach Ukrainian forces, so they decided to act. The operatives behind the attack were no ordinary saboteurs. They were members of GRU Unit 29155, an elite group specializing in assassinations, sabotage, and hybrid warfare. 2 men carrying fake Moldovan and Tajik passports entered the Czech Republic, presenting themselves as arms dealers inspecting stockpiles at the depot. Their real identities? Alexander Mishkin and Anatoly Chapiga, the same GRU officers who would later attempt to assassinate Sergei Skripal with Novichok in the UK. Their method was simple but devastating. Explosives were planted inside the warehouse, rigged with a delayed fuse to detonate weeks later, allowing the agents to escape unnoticed. On October 16, 2014, the explosion tore through the depot, destroying thousands of rounds of ammunition, crippling a vital supply chain for Ukraine, and sending a clear message to any country daring to arm Kyiv. For years, the incident remained a mystery. But in 2021, Czech intelligence finally exposed the truth. The explosion had been an act of Russian sabotage carried out by the GRU. The revelation caused an international scandal. Czech authorities expelled dozens of Russian diplomats, naming them as undercover intelligence officers, and accused Moscow of conducting an attack on EU soil. The fallout was immediate. European leaders condemned Russia's actions, and NATO saw the attack as another example of the GRU's willingness to carry out covert operations across borders. The Czech Republic cut economic ties with Russia, banned Rosatom from bidding on nuclear projects, and demanded accountability. But Moscow, as always, denied everything. The Verbetice explosion was not just an attack on Ukraine's weapons supply. It was part of a broader GRU strategy to destabilize Europe, to wage war in the shadows, where traditional armies could not be blamed. It revealed the extent of Russian hybrid warfare, proving that the GRU was willing to commit acts of terrorism on foreign soil to achieve its geopolitical aims. Even after the exposure, the GRU agents behind the attack remained untouchable, protected by the Kremlin. But their actions left behind a clear warning. Russia's intelligence operatives could strike anywhere, at any time, and leave a trail of destruction that would only be understood years later.